gonna head out now, so pray for me.
I'm wrapped up in my sheets, smell you on my pillowcase. It's gonna be one long night, no hands are. Every day, tired of being confused, and that's the part of me that says that in everywhere that you wear your hand, and it can't all be in my head when
Hydration and creatine. Oh my god, this is so disgusting. Oh, that tastes so bad. We're gonna have to hide that in some orange juice, because absolutely not. Let's try again. It's still bad, but it's not as bad as the water. I've actually not made any coffee in a long time, and I really feel like a cup of coffee this morning, preferably iced. And I also bought this pistachio syrup that I want to try in my coffee. I just started my cycle. I've been gone for a little bit, and intentionally, I've honestly just been going through mental fog. I just felt like I had to do something about it because it was starting to really affect my mood. It kind of started off with me wanting to do like a digital detox from mainly social media, and then I realized that my screen time was ridiculously high. I wanted to reduce how much I was using my phone. So here I am, like 2 weeks after. It's been shocking how much that I rely on my phone for mental stimulation, but it was really as a distraction to not sit with my boredom, sit with my thoughts. So we make hundreds of different lists, whether it's saving stuff on Instagram, saving stuff on Pinterest. My notes is full of different lists. It was just lists everywhere. And again, as I said, it isn't just like consuming that was making me feel really uneasy. It was like this idea that we have to fill every single moment with something, like something to distract us from our own thoughts. This weekend is actually going to be very much normal, uneventful. Like I don't have any nice places to go to this weekend. I actually have a lot of like work stuff to do this weekend. All right, before I start studying, I wanted to show you guys my new pendant. This is from M&S, and it's basically, I don't know if you guys have seen the Soho House light fixtures, but they have one that looks so similar to this. It's honestly shocking. I actually think I prefer this more than the Soho House one because of the brass hardware. A lot of the times I genuinely don't like to like film or take pictures in this mirror or like anywhere that you can see my light fixture. Like it really irks me so badly. So every time I take like a selfie picture here, I'm always trying to like crop out the top part and then it just doesn't look right. I've been looking for a light fixture for a very long time. Like, I'm super picky. I keep rushing to do things and then regretting them. So I've been trying to take my time, because I'm looking at this sideboard that I bought the other month, I think it was. And I'm just thinking, do I actually really like this? Or did I just settle because the one that I wanted was out of stock, which came back in stock, which really pissed me off. You just spent money on this, girl. You cannot go get another one. So I need to live with the decisions that I've made now. But this thing needs to go. And I'm really super tempted to do it myself. But electricity is like the one thing I don't try to be all self-sufficient, independent girl and do. But I've watched a few videos and it looks really simple. Look at her. Is that not gorgeous? Stunning. This wasn't an impulsive buy, but it low-key was. I got this lamp that I just fell in love with on M&S as well. The only thing is that I just don't think it matches the room in the direction of where I'm trying to go. So I might put it, I don't know where to put it. I'm low-key obsessed with like lamps and different lightings. I feel like you can't go wrong with having like multiple lamps. I'm gonna study for 3 hours with like 20-minute breaks in between. Recently, I feel like my mind has been both my cage and my jailer. So I distract myself to pass the time, to soften the boredom, to pacify the pain, because it's only really a moment, right? Not my whole life. You know, what started as a simple social media cleanse has slowly become something else, a creative act. And with it came questions that made me feel exposed. Am I training myself to desire through others? Have I outsourced self-regulation to my phone? Am I really creating or just consuming? Consumption says, give me something. Creation asks, what do I have to say? One asks almost nothing of me. The other asks me to sit with myself. But how can you sit with yourself when there's a second person in the room? My phone. I think that's why creating has felt harder. Not because it's more work, because it refuses to let me escape. You know, a few nights ago I came home from work upset, and instead of disappearing into my phone, I reached for a paintbrush. My brain was searching for expression instead of distraction, a way to regulate my feelings. I've been thinking about Renee Girard's idea of mimic desire, the idea that we don't simply desire things ourselves. We learn what to desire by watching other people. So now I can't help wondering how much of what I think I like is actually mine, because creating interrupts imitation, and maybe that's what taste really is. Not knowing what's beautiful, but recognizing what genuinely moves you before someone else tells you it should. I've spent years trying to develop taste in fashion. Now I think taste is something you have to protect. This was never really about spending less time on social media. A tasteful life isn't something you consume. It's something you author. And I think that's what's been happening over the last few weeks. Not all of my attention, but just enough came back home for me to hear myself again. Guys, Justine Martin, if that's how you say her name. Oh my gosh, honestly, one of my favorite artists right now. I listen to her constantly. I have a few errands that I need to run. There's a few things that I need to take back like ASAP. I'm boiling up. It is so hot. I did a little bit of editing before I went into prepping and studying. I'm going to finish off the studying later this evening as well. Tomorrow, which is Sunday, I have to study again. I just want to like dedicate to just that and that alone. Anyways, I need to find something to wear because I can't even think right now. Like, I can't think what I want to wear. All of my like uniform pieces, like my white t-shirts and all of that, is kind of in the wash or needs to be ironed, and I'm not about to iron anything right now. What are we gonna do? I was thinking to wear this, and then I just remembered, girl, you don't need to be wearing anything light right now. Okay, I think I found something. I have this weekday top, which is in this like cream beige color, and then I also have my Calvin Klein striped gray shirt. For bottoms, I think I might wear these suede brown trousers. Yeah, one of those two will have to work. Honestly, the train can be so depressing sometimes because People don't shower in the summertime, which blows my mind. I'm wearing this long sleeve top from Weekday. I showed you guys the white and the black version in a previous video. Great basic if you like oversized clothes. And then I paired it with my brown suede trousers from Topshop. And it's super hot, so I'm just wearing my black Havaiana flip-flops. And then I think the best part of this outfit is my new bag. She is so gorgeous. Like, I've really been meaning to add more animal print into my wardrobe because that's kind of my thing. I think it's pony hair and it's made from real leather. Got this from And Other Stories. I just don't understand Zara. Their summer collection looks really good, but the quality is so bad. Such a waste of time. Now I have to travel all the way into central London where I don't want to go and return them. I also need to go to H&M because I bought a skirt and it doesn't fit. I'm just gonna return the small size and collect the bigger size, and then I might go to Kith because I have been dying for that ice cream ever since I had it. Nope, not doing that again. Not doing that again. I genuinely don't like to go into Central on the weekend. It's absolutely mental, and because the sun's out, I feel like everyone's losing their minds. I think the worst part of me leaving the house is the fact that I left and forgot the Zara stuff. So I went all the way into Central London for absolutely no reason. I just had to sit for a moment and eat my ice cream because what do you mean I went all the way into central London and I didn't even have the items that I was meant to return? Anyways, I am honestly so drained from today. I've been working and prepping all morning. Like, my brain is completely burnt out. I literally forgot that I had a doctor's appointment, and now all I want to do is doom scroll. Like, I genuinely don't even want to focus on anything else because my mind is just like not at ease. I'm basically prepping for an interview, and I feel like until the interview comes, I'm so on edge. Like, I keep thinking, oh, there's more I can do, there's more I can prep for, there's more I can study, and it's like there's only so much you can do. I'm gonna do 1 more hour of prepping. Just hear me out. Just 1 more hour. I like to create like a prep document. I know I'm so like nerdy, but I like to have like a prep document. Right now it's not finished, so I feel like if I kind of almost finish it, then tomorrow all I have to do is like revise it. I am really annoyed that I went all that way.
I'm finna take my time, my mind, my rules. This ain't no crime. Making love to you, though you ain't said it's mine. I have a hard time waiting for you, boy. Like, ooh, boy, you, boy, got me where you want. Just gotta say it, it's on. It's like, ooh, boy, do you know you got me like, where do you go when you're alone?
I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this book because I find a lot of books that are in like similar categories to be regurgitating the same information. I found myself really intrigued by the first few pages that I've read. I actually ended up reading more than I planned to read this morning. I'm really optimistic to see how this book impacts my life. As I said, I've been going through like a mental fog and creative block. I've been actually listening to The Creative Act by Rick Rubin, pairing that like alongside of the digital detox that I'm trying to do, or like reducing my screen time. It's really like made a difference in how I feel. Now that I have this book, I have another thing to add to my morning routine, which I'm always a bit like side-eye at, because I don't like the idea of having complex routines or rituals. I bought this book along with the workbook, but I think I don't actually need the workbook. So far, all I've really been doing is reducing my screen time. I don't go into social media with the intention of entertaining myself. So if I go into like Instagram, TikTok, or anything like that, it will be for like a specific reason. I feel like it's going really well because I've now been doing it for like the last, week or two. It's kind of becoming a habit now that I don't reach for my phone to satiate myself anymore. One thing that I have realized is that I'm not just using like social media like Instagram and TikTok and all of that stuff to give me like a dopamine kick. I'm also going into like random things like maybe ChatGPT. I just find myself trying to replace that dopamine kick that I would have gotten if I was scrolling through Instagram or TikTok or Pinterest or whatever. Listening to The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. Art itself is not about the end product, it's about the process and the journey that you go along. Whether the piece at the end is something that is remarkable, it has nothing to do with the whole act of creating it. And I think sometimes we focus so much on the end product that we completely miss the whole process in between. The point is the process and not necessarily the end product. And then there's also this idea of like trying to optimize for like the best thing, whereas the process should be optimized for the process, and as a result the product will be, you know, something that we are proud of. The heat is seriously not making this any better, but I'm gonna head out now, so pray for me.